I wanted to too.
Highway 11 was crazy.
Yeah, I knew I'd never make it down there. Which one is?
Huh?
Which float is she on? Soccer.
And we're good.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Count me in. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brandon Dawkins with Tribune Digital Media. Welcome to the 2017 Christmas Parade. I actually am here with a new partner today for this. Scott Buttram, our publisher, is a little under the weather and doesn't have the voice for this today. So Katie, y'all know her as Katie Malone, but now she's Katie Hanna. And Katie, thanks so much for joining us today.
It is a beautiful day for a Christmas parade.
It is gorgeous.
Chilly, but
yes, we're pretty cold.
We're in the Christmas spirit nonetheless.
We are. It's been an interesting weekend in Trussville with the snow yesterday in the whole Birmingham metro area.
Yeah.
And so you and I were talking that this kind of puts you in the Christmas spirit.
Gosh, yeah, nothing better.
That's right.
It's exciting.
So we're going to start off today telling you about who our sponsors are. We can't bring this broadcast to you without some of our sponsors. So Katie and I are going to tell you a little bit about that as the parade works its way towards us. So Katie, do you want to get started with our...
Well, our presenting sponsor today is Trinity Contractors. Have been our presenting sponsors for quite some time now.
That's right.
And I'm told that we are in for a treat with their float again this year.
Yes, they really did a great job. Last year, we think that they won the parade, the float competition last year. I know that they were in the top 3, but I think they won last year.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what it is this year. We've been told to expect a lot.
That's right.
But they will be at the end of the parade, I hear. So we'll stay tuned. We'll have to see it together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, our next sponsor is Jefferson Title, and they are actually here on Main Street in the same building as Cahaba Cycle, and so they're new to our community, and we're glad to have them with us today.
Absolutely, and not really new to our community. Have been here a long
You're right.
time.
New location. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah,
sorry about that. Yes, they're not new.
They are right down the road as well. And Tyler, Hannah, if you're watching. Go on over there and
That's
get
right.
some Christmas gifts.
Good place to shop for Christmas, absolutely. Next we have Casa Fiesta. You actually had some Casa Fiesta last night.
Last night. I was excited to see them on this list. Great Mexican, and they're up at the Pinnacle. So feel free to go there anytime you're in the mood for some Mexican food. They are awesome.
They've been very popular.
And next we have America's First Federal Credit Union, and they are located here on Main Street. They're a full-service credit union offering some of the most competitive loan rates in the market. So visit them for sure. Cahaba
Cycle has been a sponsor for our parades for a while too. Great great bikes at Cahaba Cycle, and a lot of us have started to add those to our Christmas list. I have a Townie. A lot of people in my neighborhood have started to buy those kinds of bikes and ride with our kids, and it's a very comfortable way of riding. But they have great things, and if you're looking for a bike for Christmas, great place to go.
Yeah, and I think they are also having a Christmas bike sale now, and they are a stone's throw away from us here on Main Street.
They are.
So also we have Added Storage as a sponsor this year. They are located on Veterans Circle behind Sarah Mazda, and it's a state-of-the-art facility. It's still new and has space available, so they will price match any other storage facility in the Trussville area, and it's conveniently located close to both 459 and 2059.
And next on our list is Lee Marlowe with Realty South. Lee has a sponsor for the Tribune in a lot of different ways, but she's always a parade sponsor, a well-known realtor in the area, a great lady to work with, great reputation. We're always happy to have Lee on our list.
Absolutely. And the Dog Stop Trussville is the one-stop dog shop, and as a fur baby lover, I have two. I'm a fur mama. This is a great place that's going to be opening up in February, so make sure to put them on your list. They're an all-inclusive place. They've got doggy daycare, which so many people need, and it's going to provide grooming, an outdoor play yard, and a retail store that includes that premium and healthy food that people really want for their pets.
People really have kind of transitioned to that. That's important now. A lot of people are talking about the Dog Stop, so I've heard a lot about it. Next, we have A Plus Tire and Auto and owner Eric Camrack. So go see Eric off of Van Road. They sell all kind of accessories, truck accessories, some things like that could be on somebody's Christmas list as well. So you can stop by and see A Plus Tire and Auto.
And on my way in today, past Southern Magnolia, they are a staple down here in downtown Trussville and have beautiful, beautiful home decor. I might have to go there after this.
That would be a good stop to make. Next on our list is Josh Mays with MetLife. Josh is actually our neighbor now here at the Trussville Tribune. He is in our building. He specializes in home, auto, and commercial insurance, and he can provide multiple options for any need. So if you're in the market, make sure you stop here in downtown Trussville and see Josh.
And of course, down here we also have Bryant Bank, and from what I heard, they have a hot chocolate tent today.
We did hear that. I wish they'd bring some down here too. That'd be great.
But of course, a longtime faithful Trussville sponsor and community, they're awesome.
They are.
So appreciate them.
Next, we've got Premier Imaging. They are located in the Pilot Medical Center, and they are another independent source for all your medical imaging needs, including an open MRI. A lot of people, when you have to do something like that, nobody likes to be closed up in that machine, and that open MRI is a great option. We're glad to have them as a parade sponsor today as well.
And Hitchcock Maddox.
Hitchcock Maddox is not so new now, but they are a newer face on Main Street here in their beautiful building, Hitchcock Maddox Financial Services. They have become a great community partner, and they are a sponsor for the parade, and we're glad to have them. Ian Hitchcock they do great work there. Ian Maddox, sorry.
We also have Krista Doss as a sponsor. She's with Brick Realty, and she really is a great example for what people are looking for in an agent these days. She lives in Trussville, so she's familiar with the area and can definitely help you out if you're looking for a home in the market.
Complete Cleaners, they are always a great sponsor for our parades. They have two locations, the Tutwiler location and the Carrington location, and they have pickup and delivery same-day service. Which
That same-day service
can be big.
Can save your life, let me tell you. It's awesome.
It can.
Awesome. I have definitely benefited from that before. First Commercial Bank is also a sponsor that we are just so grateful for. They're right across the street here from the Tribune office, and they offer personal service and great rates, so be sure to see them as well.
Alabama Orthopedic Spine and Sports, they advertise with the Tribune a lot. They're down off of Highway 11. They have a beautiful facility, and they like to say it's like having a doctor in the family. And so we're thankful to have them as a parade sponsor today as well.
And you've done a little bit of talking about College Prep U.
They were our main sponsor of the homecoming parade earlier in the fall, and they're a newcomer to the community but have been welcomed with open arms for sure. They help provide help with college admission process, which is a daunting thing for all families and kids who are older students who are getting ready to go through that. So they're here to help with that, and they're located on Camp Coleman Road by Ace Gymnastics. So they're right here in Trussville. So check them out for sure.
And then Nelms Pharmacy, they're going to be in the parade.
Yes,
right?
Nelms Pharmacy, they're going to have a float. Kinley and Chase Nelms, they just opened their new location recently on Watterson Parkway. They have a new building. It's fantastic, and they have a lot more space and a drive-through. The drive-through has been really popular, and so go check them out at their new location.
Drive-through is important on days like today.
It really is. Even I've used the drive-through a lot there recently, it's a great service.
Jefferson Memorial Funeral Home and Gardens, they are a great family-owned company. Eddie Seal, who owns that, I actually got the opportunity a few years ago to do a story on Jefferson Memorial and the chimes. And if you're ever around the Pinnacle and you hear those chimes going, just know the backside of that looks really cool. They've shown it to me before, and it's really neat. So great company, and we're really appreciative for their support.
That was a great story. Even I remember that. And then we've got EW Motion Therapy in Trussville. That is physical therapy right here on Main Street, also in the same area as Cahaba Cycle. But they're more than physical therapy. They offer yoga, dance, and personal training. I saw the sign for yoga out there the other day and thought, oh, that'd be nice to be able to drop in there in the evening for a yoga class.
For sure. And then Slag Heap Brewery, they're going to be a new restaurant brewery coming into Trussville.
Right. They are right down here on Main Street, and they're redoing the old ice house building, some people call it. And so they're still in the process of getting things ready, and I know that the community is pretty excited
Very
about
exciting.
It is.
That is awesome. And Discount Warehouse, they have brand name electronics, makeup, bedding, and more for crazy low prices.
Right.
And if you've done your Christmas shopping and have a few names on your list, like myself, you can make sure to stop by and see what they have. They say you'll be pleasantly surprised.
That's right. Josh Vernon and Brick Realty, their group is also here in the Trussville Tribune building with us, and so they're a great neighbor, and Josh Vernon's group sells a lot of real estate in Trussville, and they know a lot about the Trussville area, and so make a point to check them out and check out their website, things like that.
Great neighbors. And Trussville Animal Hospital, of course, is back on Watterson, and that's a great place for your fur babies.
That's right. They've been there a long time.
A long time.
That's right.
So be sure to patron their business because they are great supporters of the community.
And next is Sonia Treadwell with Keller Williams in Trussville. Sonia's a local realtor. She raised her family here in Trussville, and she works at Keller Williams in their fantastic building right here on Main Street that looks so great, and people are so happy about having them here and having Sonia as well.
And for some reason, I keep getting the jewelry businesses.
It's meant to be.
Again, Tyler Hanna, if you can hear this broadcast, they are, so Elite Jewelers is next on our list, and they are downtown, have beautiful and fantastic selections of watches, rings, everything. All repairs are done on site. So if any of you need that, please go visit Elite Jewelers.
Next, we've got Donna Lowry with First Community Mortgage. Somebody else in our building here at the Tribune. They really stepped up as parade sponsors. We appreciate that. And so they're here as well. So for your mortgage needs, go by and see Donna Lowry and her group right here.
And
downtown
then
Trussville.
Dee Dee's Book Rack, also a sponsor.
Yes,
right
a
down
downtown
here.
business. If you haven't been to Dee Dee's Book Rack, you need to check it out. It's really a fantastic place. She has great choices in all different kinds of books, a great children's book section, and it's fun to go in there really and talk to Dee Dee about the different books and what she loves to read and things that she can help get for you. And it's just a great place to go and hang out. And we're thankful to have her as a parade sponsor as well.
Of course. And next we have Argo Auto and Truck, and they are a full service automotive company with repairs. They are located actually behind Jack's and Argo, so a little ways down Highway 11, but a community partner nonetheless that we're so grateful for.
Absolutely. And next, new to our parade sponsor lineup is Angie Reynolds. She's an independent Mary Kay beauty consultant. So Mary Kay continues to be popular, just a great line of cosmetics. And so for those of you looking for a Mary Kay consultant, call Angie Reynolds, and you can probably find her online, and we're glad to have her as a parade sponsor, and she can get you going in the right direction.
Of course. And then we have Keystone Financial Group. They have personal financial planning. They're located on Highway 11 here, just before you get to Carrington.
Right. And next is Rideout's Trussville Chapel, here also in Trussville. They're a trusted name of funeral services here in Trussville, and we're thankful to have them and have them here as a parade sponsor today as well.
And then emergency pet care. You have experience?
Yeah, well, yes, I've had some pet emergencies for sure, but Jill Croson is the owner of Emergency Pet Care, and she lives here in Trussville with her family, and she's a dear friend of mine, and her and her staff really do great work. I know that they were really busy last night, and they're real important in a weather situation like that, where other vets need to shut down, but they can send the animals that need overnight care into Jill, and people are thankful to have her right here close by.
Awesome. Next we have Apex Architectural Metals, who is a Birmingham area contractor. They fabricate metal roof panels and are a full sheet metal fabrication shop.
Next we have Bento Brand Web Design and SEO. They are multimedia branding solutions, web design, search engine optimization, audio and visual production, and marketing solutions as well.
Something every company needs.
Yes, absolutely. That's the reality these days.
Next we have David and Dee Dee Markle. They are with Remax Marketplace Trussville, and they're realtors that actually grew up in this area. So they've been here all their lives serving Trussville and the surrounding areas. So we appreciate their sponsorship.
And then next on our list is Paul Davis Restoration. You're going to tell us a little bit more about.
Yeah, absolutely. They're that 24/7 rapid response to those things that will probably happen, but you never plan on.
Right, absolutely.
Like smoke damage and flooding, water damage, and all of those things. And they are right off of Main Street, so we're really grateful for their partnership.
Deerfoot Insurance is next on our parade sponsor list. Bill Stuman and his staff, they are customer oriented, and they work with multiple providers to find the best plan and the best rate for you and your family. So if you they also are the sponsor of our traffic reports with the Tribunes, and they're located at 8170 Gadsden Highway.
And finally, we have Riders Harley Davidson.
Great community sponsor.
And they are great in the community. They have community-wide events and often are usually free and open to the public. So everyone knows where that building is.
They do. And they put on some great events.
Yes. And of course, motorcycles, I guess, make great gifts. So, if Santa Claus,
absolutely,
if that's on the list, he knows where to go.
Go for it. He does. Well, someone handed us a copy of our parade float winner, so I guess we're allowed to go ahead and put that out here. So
breaking news.
That's right. So coming in at third was RASP, which is a Latino church. They got the third place prize for their float, so we'll get to check. I don't know where they are. We have a huge list of parade floats today. Yes, and so we'll point that out when they come by. And then in second place was the Husky Junior 2 cheerleaders. So we'll see what they came up with. We don't have any information on what their float was,
so
that'll give us something. That's right, give us something to look forward to. And then first is Trinity Contractors again. They have really gotten.
I can't wait to see this float.
Me neither. I'm very anxious. Last year theirs was quite impressive. I would like to say that being the sponsor of the live broadcast has nothing to do with Trinity winning, though. But that really works out great for them. So they really love the parade, and it shows with their float.
And speaking to how much effort these companies all put into being a part of this parade, being a part of this community. I grew up here in Trussville, and this is something that I just have such a memory of. Every year, my parents would bring us down here if we weren't in the parade, which we usually were, by some way, shape, or form. But every year we would come here, and then immediately after we'd go get a Christmas tree. So I just have great memories of this, and it's so nice to see everyone lining Main Street. Big crowd this year.
It is a big crowd this year. A lot of people who've battled the cold to do this. On my way in today, it was, we were here early, and people already setting up their chairs and have their bags for their candy, and so we're great that the weather cooperated and it turned out to be so fantastic.
And it should be making its way down here very soon. I am seeing some blue flashing lights in the distance, so I know Trussville PD is working hard on this.
They are. We're going to take a quick break and get set up so that you can see the parade, and we'll be right back with you shortly. Okay, well, the parade is getting closer to us. We see the flashing lights. You know, you were talking earlier about what a great tradition this is for many families. And the Trussville is one of the communities left in the Birmingham metro area still doing their Christmas parade and going strong every year. So that's a great thing.
So great for the community.
It is.
You know, it's nice to see all of the businesses that partake in this. And of course, this is put on by the Trussville Area Chamber of Commerce. And they work so hard.
They do. This is a huge task to put on something like a parade for a community. There's a lot of work.
And the Trussville police even got in on the Christmas spirit. They've got some motorcycles decked out.
They do.
And some reindeer antlers and Rudolph's red nose.
Yeah, if you got to see that, that's looking pretty good. Now, the first group that you'll see are always the colors being presented by Boy Scout Troop 216, and I recognize some of these young men's name. They are the ones who do this every time, and this troop does this every year, and I know that this is something that they love to be involved in as well.
And this note says that Troop 216 has actually been chartered by Trussville Parks and Rec for more than 60 years.
Yeah, that's incredible.
They are well versed in this event.
We're going to go ahead and give you those men's some of these names, the young men who are doing this. And if we get your name wrong, we apologize. So we're just got our list, and we're going to do the best that we can. But our flag bearers this time are Ben Burge, Kendrick Evans, Alex Carmondi, Sawyer Nye, Ryan Piggott, Thomas Sims, Aaron Tomaris, Reagan White, and Garrett Yoakley from Troop 216.
They are making their way down. They are just in front of that Trussville ladder truck that we're hearing, welcoming the parade down here on Main Street.
You know, we appreciate the Trussville Fire Department so much, and they are trying to get started again this year with their with collecting some toys for some local children who need that, and they're accepting those toys through Monday. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, you can drop those off at the fire department.
And there are the colors. Troop 216. Truck, and we so appreciate the brave men and women who serve the community so well.
We really do. And every year the Trussville Mayor and Council, they always ride on this particular truck with the antique ladder truck in the parade, and they are there with Mayor Buddy Choate and Council President Alan Taylor, Brian Plant, Perry Cook, Jeff Freeman, and Zach Steele are all riding along today.
And they are in
with kids and some grandkids too. Yeah. They are. They look good. I really like Mayor Choate's hat.
Rocking it. And just after that, Trussville Gas and Water, they're bringing the snow back. Didn't get enough yesterday.
So that's a huge deal.
Here they are.
They're still fun to have.
They are making it snow on Main Street.
And we're so appreciative of Trussville Gas and Water. They're our digital media sponsor as well.
And here's our Grand Marshal. It's the members of the Trussville 2017 state champion mountain biking team. They probably are feeling pretty warm on those bikes, moving. And the Grand Marshal sponsor for this year's parade is A+ Tire and Auto.
You know, the mountain bike team is so interesting, and they did have a huge year this year, and I think a lot of people don't know as much about the mountain bike group as they should, and so we're so glad that they're in the parade today for everybody to see.
That's great. It actually, I've got a note that says that this year's team had 17 middle school riders and 20 high school riders, so they have pretty good.
Yeah, they do. They have a great group.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we've got parade sponsor Amorex, a wonderful Trussville business that's been here
also have Hesco Automotive. They're one of the 5 silver sponsors for today's parade. They're located just south of downtown Birmingham, but the company's Trussville connections go back a long way, so we're happy to have them. And of course, Trinity Contractors. They are also a wonderful, wonderful sponsor, so we're excited to see them in the parade a little bit later. And then we also have Stewart Facility Services. And I hear that marching husky upon us.
Right in front of them is Imagecraft, and they're another silver sponsor of today's parade and a newcomer to the parade. And you're right, then right up behind them is the Husky Marching Band. Before we are quiet for a minute, just let people listen to the band. Let's mention this last silver sponsor, St. Vincent's Health System. They are building a huge new facility out here in Trussville, and we're happy to have them too.
Absolutely. And here they are, the Hewitt Husky Marching Band, who is directed by Scott Wade, Stephanie Ezel, Brandon Peters, and Corbin Lewis. Sounds great. And the drum majors are Charlie Jones, Claire King, Emma Piercy, and Sydney Stair. That is a good looking and sounding bunch.
Yes, they are. Seats they let them wear today. They look great.
Nice and warm.
Yes. And coming up behind the Husky Band is Ace Cheer Company, and this group is so many people are familiar with. Here, Ace of Trussville Cheerleading and Gymnastics, where classes are offered for ages 10 months to 18 years old.
And right behind them, we have the HTMS dance team, and they are led by coaches Morgan Pruitt, Brianna Oliviera, and Amy McIntyre. Hilton Garden Inn, and then we have Iglesia Leilas del Mundo, and they represent the church that you'll later see. Their motto within the church is "We Are Light," so welcome them. And I think that may be the church we were talking about that may have played.
It is. I think it may be. And behind them is Miss Kelly's School of Dance. They always have tons of people in the parade, and a great parade.
Yes.
Group that's been doing this for years and years and years.
Marched with them back at that age, and definitely remember my sweet dad pulling us in a wagon years and years ago. Still a tradition that lives on in Miss Kelly's little parade entry. All right, and behind them we have Trussville Gymnastics by Ingrid. Trussville Gymnastics by Ingrid has won the Alabama State Championship in gymnastics for 3 years in a row, and they're doing some tumbling here in the street.
They are. And then, behind them we've got, that's right, Trussville United Soccer Club. They were formed in 2006, and they're committed to promoting the game of soccer and providing players with an environment where they can learn and develop as well as have fun. That's a very popular group here in Trussville. A lot of participation.
Now you were saying you should have eaten lunch.
I know, I wish they'd have brought me a plate.
All right, and here come the Shriners.
They're always fun to have in the parade. Some people know, but some people may not know that they are dedicated to helping children with orthopedic problems and burn
Congratulations. And man, they can surely
Yeah,
throw
they
that
can.
candy. Practicing, they must be good at throwing footballs.
Yeah, they
too.
are. I know one of those dads. That's why I'm going to pelt it.
And then, of course, behind them we have ABC Towing, a great company here in Trussville.
And a good float today. I like their snowman.
Absolutely. And
It
the
looks
Grinch
good.
right behind him. And then that third ABC Towing truck that we just heard honking its horn features a little bit of Christmas music and some of the company's employees enjoying the sounds of the season. And again, they are a wonderful company here in Trussville. And ooh, that's the Grinch actually on the back of that one.
It is. They have a huge presence in the parade today. These are
Absolutely.
3 huge trucks.
Decked out in all of the Christmas spirit. This last truck is really, really big.
Carrying a Christmas tree behind it.
Absolutely. They can tow anything.
They can tow anything, even your Christmas tree. Coming up behind ABC Towing is Alabama Cheerleading Center, the Bama All-Stars.
And they're located just off of Derby Parkway. They have classes and competitive teams and focus really on elite tumbling and stunting skills, aka things I don't know anything
Me neither.
about. But go check out their facility, and they say that any new student is eligible for a free class. But looking good.
Their float looks good. Let's see. Then we've got the Bo Murphy Agency team.
I believe this may be.
Is this Birmingham Orthodontics?
Maybe, yep, Birmingham Orthodontics, getting in the Christmas spirit. Obviously, all decked out.
Let's see that.
And then Colonel Brent B. Goodwin, U.S. Army retired, is driving his 1953 Willys Jeep.
And I like his white Christmas tree.
And it is actually named Wheeze after their grandchildren.
Oh.
So sweet.
And then we've talked a lot today about Cahaba Cycles, and here they are in the parade where all bikes are on sale. You mentioned that until Christmas.
Yeah, and
So-
it actually also says that they'll store gift bikes until Christmas
Which
Eve.
is a great
That is
idea.
awesome.
I mean, it's really hard to store bikes for for Christmas presents for anyone.
Absolutely. And then this is the Cahaba Elementary Show Choir. They're called Shine. And they are directed by Tina Fortenberry and assisted by a couple of other wonderful teachers. And their parade theme is an old-fashioned Christmas and features Shine singers performing some of our favorite carols.
And they either have a show this week or had their show last week. I can't remember, but I've got a little friend in this group, and they do a great job performing.
So fun. They sound great.
They do.
Getting everyone into the spirit. I love it. And of course, lots of energy.
Oh, yes.
And here's their second
truck.
float. They really sound great.
That's your that's my friend Reese Johnson on the Cahava Elementary the show choir group.
And then, of course, who can overlook the Chick-fil-A cows? And of course, Chick-fil-A Trussville, reminding everyone to eat more chicken.
That's right.
Clean technique.
And their car looks fantastic with their bows and wreaths.
Absolutely.
That's a great gift at the holiday. Help yourself with some house cleaning.
And then there's Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Oh, it sure is
with
on the comfort care.
Oh, look at this float.
This is the committee to elect Jamiria Johnson Moore. They're celebrating Christmas with us this year, and she is a candidate for the Jefferson County Probate Judge Place 2. So she asked that you remember her name in the June 2017 primary.
There's the Grinch. And this is D.R. Horton. Love that float.
They're a builder of livable and affordable new homes with unmatched efficiencies. That's a great float. Their float looks great.
And I will say, I think there may be some entries that were a little disconnected that was actually Connecting Point Church, and they were mentioning that their Christmas program is going to be on December 17th at 10:30.
And then there's Girl Scout Troop 138. They almost got by us. And coming up behind them is Girl Scout Troop 400. And they meet at Trussville United Methodist Church with leader Cheryl Lott.
And then I think, that's the Hilton Express, Hilton Garden Inn, and Hampton Inn by Hilton. This was created by their employees, and this is their first ever parade float.
And they did a good job. No, I think they did a great job. It's a big float coming up. This is the Hewitt Trussville High School varsity and JV soccer teams.
And they're coached by Nick Holt, the varsity girls, and then the junior girls are coached by Tommy Abney. And they opened their seasons against Hoover on February 13th. So go Huskies.
That's right, they got a lot of kids.
And then this is Little Miss and Miss Hospitality by Hilton Inn Express Suites in Trussville. Oh, and look at that float.
Yeah, that one looks great. But
Peace on Earth. I think that this is Holy Infant
Catholic
Church, their youth group, asking for everyone to pray for peace this holiday season.
And they did a great job with their earth. It's like an old-fashioned float there with the crepe paper and everything. I love it too.
Reminds me of high school.
Yeah.
All right, and this is Iglesia Lalas del Mundo. This Polar Express float belongs to that church, and again, we will say that their motto is Light of the World.
And their train looks fantastic.
Wow,
I have to admit, that is a good-looking float. That's right.
That's awesome.
I have a train full of elves. They look fantastic.
Then I believe these are the Husky cheerleaders, the Junior 1 Trussville youth. They won first place this year.
That was the third place float. The church we saw earlier with the Polar Express train, that was our third place winner.
And then here's the Junior 2. I think they also placed.
I think they did too. I think this is our second place group.
That's
a fantastic. Yeah, they did amazing. That's great.
And all the little chefs, so cute.
Look at it. If you can see it, it's surrounded with candy pieces. It really looks great.
I believe we've got some more cheerleaders here. They are in the spirit and definitely bundled up for the cold.
Yes. Another group of Husky cheerleaders, the 2017 Junior 4 UCA champs.
And they're even singing a
Yeah, they
little
are.
bit. All right.
And this should be another group, local group that won the Junior 4
lots
Trussville
of
Youth Cheerleaders. I know this is a pretty float coming up as well.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that blue. So pretty. More cheerleaders, I would guess. All right. I believe this may be McSweeney Automotive.
I think you're right.
They are joining us with 3 entries in today's parade, and they also provided some of those vehicles we saw in the beginning of the parade that announced the
That's right, they
sponsors.
did. And after McSweeney is coming up Marco's Pizza.
You definitely should have eaten
Yeah,
lunch now.
I should have. They're in downtown Trussville. If you, let's see, invite you to have yourself a Maggie Little Christmas throughout
so sweet.
the month of December. Purchase cheesy bread in memory of Maggie Bowles, and a portion of the sales will go to Team, which provides a lot of food for people who need it all year round, actually.
That's great. And this is Miss Hewitt Husky Kindergarten, Renly McJones.
And then we have Bella Curd, who is Miss Hewitt Husky 3rd grade.
And behind her, we have Miss Hewitt Husky 4th grade, Carlton Kirk.
And then we have Miss Hewitt Husky 5th grade, Lillian Stanberry.
Behind her is the 6th grade Miss Hewitt Husky, Citri Paige Jones.
And then we have Miss Hewitt Husky 8th grade, Maddie Corbett.
And then we have Miss Trussville Sweetheart, Kayla Jane Howell. And then behind her, we have Miss Trussville, Sammy Rizzuto, and her rising star, Campbell Thompson. And of course, Miss Trussville is a scholarship pageant that Sammy will go and compete in Miss Alabama.
That's right, that'll
We
be
wish
next
her the
June.
best luck. And behind her is the Miss Trussville Outstanding Teen, Lauren McCombs, accompanied by her Rising Star. And that Rising Star program is really cool too.
And then behind the Miss Trussville's Outstanding Teen is Nelms Pharmacy, a kid of in their delivery bug. This is what they deliver to people in. So I've got a car full of nieces and nephews and a son right there with the Nelms Pharmacy crew.
Behind them, we have Pack 245. This float was actually built by the pack, and so that's so impressive. They won first place in last year's parade. That is really cool.
And it looks like a, what do they call it? The
box,
Pine Derby box cars.
Yeah,
it looks
the box cars.
amazing.
That's awesome. And this is Positive Choices, formerly Save a Life East. And their float looks great too.
It does. And then up behind them, now this was a winner.
Yes.
A 3rd place winner, RASP Regional Alliance of Student Professionals. The theme of this float is Frosty the Snowman and his igloo. And
Love
it
that.
really does look great.
And the penguins.
All their penguins.
That is too cute. They did
3rd
win
place
third
winner.
place.
I see their sign.
And then Realty South Trussville. Looks like Santa's going down that chimney of that house that I'm sure they sold. So we want to thank them for being here and helping people find home sweet home for the holidays.
That's right. Then we've got Red Storm Travel Softball. And they're part of the travel softball program that's based here in Trussville.
And Salon 2000, they've also got a Grinch on their float there too.
Yeah, he's popular this year. We've got had a lot of Grinches
A lot of
out here.
Grinches. speaking of something that's green,
Yeah.
here comes the big Surf Pro truck, and they, of course, are fire and water cleanup and restoration. So again, those things you don't plan on happening, but
are
you're
glad
always
that
glad
that's right.
someone is there.
And they were in it last year too. They've enjoyed this.
Oh, and here's the dog stop with a
and
little dog car.
that looks great.
Oh, and even got some pooches in the back. Very cute. And we look forward to welcoming them into Trussville.
No, I think the next two floats belong to the Trussville Girls Softball Association.
And that tree is beautiful.
It is.
Yes, more softball players behind them. Of course, appreciate all that they do in the community. They're a great group.
And then behind the softball group, I really like this float too, is the Trussville Public Library. "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," based on the traditional story poem by Clement Clark Moore. Everybody is so excited about the library reopening this spring, early in 2018. So everybody, I know Trussville will be so glad to have its library back with the beautiful addition that they are finishing up now.
I don't know if you can tell, but that tree is actually spinning.
It is. It's a pretty fancy float as well.
They look great. And of course, the parade is kind of stalled right now. I'm assuming that the front of the parade is probably wrapping up.
That's right.
Around the mall area. So, and I'm sure the Christmas tree will be lit tonight.
That's right. It will be. They put the lights on it about a week ago or so, and they've had they put the ornaments up, and it's been looking beautiful. But it's great once they light it every night, and makes downtown Trussville look even better.
Absolutely. Okay, and next we have the Trussville Youth Football Kindergarten and First Grade team. We'll have to see if they're throwing candy. All these football floats have been pretty good at that.
They have.
And this team actually was undefeated, is what I'm just
The
now
2017
reading. So
champions.
looks like we've got some good Hewitt Huskies coming up.
That's
in that
right.
program.
And behind them is the World of Wheels, the O'Reilly Auto Parts World of Wheels car. That event's coming up in February 9th, 10th, and 11th at the BJCC.
And behind them is Zippy CPA, a mobile CPA service for both small businesses and individuals. And of course, tax time is coming up.
It is.
It's upon us almost.
And then we've got Girl Scout Troop 154 with their Cookies for Santa float. Their cookie jar and everything.
Making me want Girl Scout cookies.
No.
And then behind them is Cub Scout Pack 216. These boys are developing life and leadership skills while having fun. And their theme is celebrating the great outdoors. That's a good looking float
That is
there.
a good looking float.
Got some more Girl Scouts behind them, I believe. Yep, this is a Cub Scout Pack 216, and this is an addition to that other float.
That's right.
They've got a lot.
They do have a lot of little
Cub
young
Scouts.
men. Then we've got our Girl Scout Troop 679.
They have an impressive float too. Looks like they made a little Christmas tree out of their cookie boxes.
And Stewart Facility Services is behind them. This might be my favorite of the day, with Cousin Eddie and the Griswolds joining Stewart Facility Services and wishing you a very Merry Christmas.
Gotta say, that's a spot on.
Yes.
Impersonation. Even got the dog back there with them.
They did a good job with that.
And then we have Mr. Danny Garrett. Looking very festive today.
That's right.
Glad to have him as our state representative. And then the next two trucks are provided by Elite Roofing. They've been in business here in Trussville for over 20 years. That is a great float. Look at that. Playing elf.
I cannot see that too many times during the Christmas season. I love elf.
All right. I was about to say, it sounds like Mayberry.
It does. And you know we're getting to the end when we get to the Mayberry Fire Department car. They're always near the end of the parade. This is a 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 from the Mayberry Fire Department. Mark Gunn is driving today. Go ahead.
With him is 86-year-old, well-known Trussville resident, Benny Turner. Glad to see her. Oh, wow. Look at that. I think that's Radical Customs there.
I think you're right.
Oh, here it is.
And then this is the first place float that we've been waiting on. This is the Trinity Contractors.
Oh, wow. That looks
This is their
amazing.
Polar Express or their Trinity Express float, and it looks amazing. It does.
Got some snow blowing. Another movie you can't see too many times.
No, you
About the
can't.
magic of Christmas.
It's a beautiful float. And there's the Chamber of Commerce float.
There's Miss June Matthews.
And
Oh,
last but
there's
not
the big
least,
man.
that's right, there's Santa.
And all the way from the North Pole, there is the man with the plan. And of course, this is the end of the parade, but it has been a fun one. So much spirit here in Trussville. This has been a wonderful, wonderful parade.
And for those who couldn't keep count, we had nearly 100 floats in this parade, which is just truly amazing. It's a huge parade, and now they're all headed up to the West Mall in Trussville for the lighting of the Christmas tree, and they'll recognize the float winners and have some music and some great things. So if you can make it out to that, it's a great thing to do. Katie, thanks for joining us today.
Of course,
so
it
glad
was a
to have you.
beautiful day.
It was.
Always fun to be here with all of you at the Tribune. It's so much fun. Y'all keep it fun, and of course, all of you are just so great.
Well, we're glad to have you and stepping in for Scott today and
Absolutely.
keeping me from having to do this by myself. So I'm so thankful that you're here today. And for Tribune Digital Media, we appreciate you joining us and watching the parade on the website. And we look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Brandon Dawkins, and we'll see you soon.
Merry Christmas.